from Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful, wonderfully made by God. Welcome to the Big Show.
Leave these children alone. They are already in a very difficult situation. Don't make it too hard on them. Don't always throw the father's sin and the mother's sin in their faces like, oh, this, that. What you're doing is you're breaking them down psychologically, you're breaking them down emotionally, and then you're going to produce children that are going to be manipulative, that are going to manipulate situation, because they started doing this since they were 3. They started doing this since they were 2. Some even started at the age of 1. So I am talking to my married uniques, and I'm also talking to my single uniques. Life happens. Remember what I always tell you guys. 10% of what happens to you is life, is called life. Divorce is life. Separation is life. That boy that got you pregnant and is no longer in that relationship with you is life. 90% of it is how you react to this 10%. 10% that happens to you is life. Now, 90% of it is how you react to this one life. How do you react to it? You are divorced, that's okay. You are separated, that's okay. The relationship didn't work, that's okay. But are children going to pay for it? Are we going to use our children as weapons of destruction instead of enjoying and celebrating the blessings that God brought into our lives? Are we going to use them as weapon? Oh, it's your week to take them this week, but because I didn't like the way you spoke to me on Wednesday, I'm going to find a way and make sure you don't go with them. You're using your children as pawns. You will tell your children, go take this to your daddy. You will see, okay, you know what? Your child will come to you. Let me give you a scenario, for example. Your child will come to you and say something like, what will I say? They will come to you and say something like, Daddy, I want to buy a watch. Let me use my watch. I want to buy a watch. They'll go to their mother, I want to buy a watch. The mother say, why would I be the one buying everything for you? Your father only pays child support. And after that, don't you live under this house? Do you know how much the rent is? Your father gives me only $500 for child support. The rent here is $1,000. Our utility bill is another $2,000. Well, don't you eat? I'm the one doing everything. Your father is not doing nothing for you. Tell your father to buy that watch for you. You will see he will not buy that watch for you. Go see, he will not buy that watch, because I know him. He's a stingy man. He doesn't like you. He will not buy that watch for you. And then the girl will come to you, or the boy will come to you and say, oh, Daddy, can you buy the watch for me? And you say, oh, I didn't get paid this week, but you know what? Next week, I'm going to buy it for you. And then the girl goes back and the mother says, did I not tell you? Come on, let me go buy it for you. Your daddy will never buy it, stingy man. My sister, what did you get by this drama that just happened now? What did you get? You think the girl will say, oh, my mother is better. Trust me. I don't know where you come from, but where I come from in Africa, no matter what you do, a child will always look for their father. You can hide them, You can take them out of where that state and take them to another state. You can take them and go to even another continent. You can go anywhere. When they grow up, don't you see them? Children are going to all these ancestral things. They are, even now, Americans are trying to go find their lineage from Africa. Children will go find who their father is. I don't know what it is, but it is common. People, even if you like, hide that child. My sister, you're not wasting your time. You think you can train that child and keep that child away from the father? They will grow up and they will go find their father. They might find their father and say, well, he's a deadbeat. Oh, what my mother said is true about him. I don't want to deal with him. But they will go looking. So at the end of the day, don't we think it is better to find a way to get along for these children? Since we have laid down and had them, don't you think, just my opinion, that we should all get along so that these children can thrive in a conducive family environment? We don't have to be together for us to raise our children. Since we have separated, why can't we be cordial? Why can't we don't have to be friends, but why can't we be cordial so that our children can see how adults actually act? We can't tell them, oh, you are the bigger sister. Why are you treating your little sister like that? when we adults, daddy and mommy, we are here acting like children, and then we are here telling them, stop being mean to your sister, listen to your sister, be kind to your sister. This is how the world is. You are the bigger person. Why are we not the bigger person with each other? Why are we not the bigger people with each other? My sister, my brothers, I want to come to you. Unique is coming and appealing to you guys. Are you a single mother or you're a single father? Are you divorced or separated? Are you or in a relationship where child support is involved? That money is there for you to use for the expenses of your child. He said it's for food, for housing, for clothing, for extracurricular activities, and for school. That money is there. That money is not there because I have seen so many mothers and even fathers. Once they get some of them that get like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, even 10, 15,000, they now use the money to make themselves, they now use the money to go get surgery, they now use the money, and then every month that the money comes, they spend it. When your child is 2 year old or 6 months old and child support is giving you 10,000, your 10-month-old can never finish 10,000. Maybe you were lucky you had a child for a top rich man out there. Why don't we use what we can use and save the rest for our children? And then by when the child is 15 years old and is still 10,000, now the demands of the child is more. You can always go deep from the older where you are saving the rest and bring it and help. But the problem is we spend all the money. 10,000 every month. We spend 10,000 on a 2 year old. We spend 10,000 on a 6 month old. We tend to spend 10,000 a month on a 3 months old. And then when the child is 15, we are getting angry. There is no money. Oh, your father is a deadbeat. He has to give me more. He has to give me more. He needs to give me 20,000 more. He needs to give me 30,000. No. Maybe now the man has gotten a family. He now is married, now has children, or on the case of the sister, maybe the sister has now gotten married, she has other children, so the child support has gone down, and now you are mad. And now you're calling him a deadbeat father or a deadbeat mother. But you got 10,000 when that child was 3 months old, that the child was only drinking milk. What did you do with $10,000? My sisters, come close, come close. My brothers, you people come closer too. It is high time. Ndị Igbo, in my language, in Igbo language, they say, ka anyị ghara na ịdị na-arụzi onwe anyị arụrụ ala. Let us stop tricking our own selves. Let us stop deceiving ourselves and think we're deceiving somebody else. Let us stop deceiving our own selves. Let us stop lying to ourselves. My sister, my brother, you know the deal. I know the deal. You know the deal. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Child support is important. My brother, any of my uniques out there that is not paying your child support, please try and pay your child support. Try and pay your child support. The money is not for her. The money is not for him. The money is for your child. You heard what the definition says. Money paid to a custodial parent by a non-custodial parent for the upkeep and the expenses of the child, for the feeding, for food, for housing, clothing, school, and extracurricular activities, and also some other special needs if the child has some special needs. When you pay that child support, don't say, hands out, I'm done, I pay child support. No. If you're living with your child and you pay rent and you pay light bill, those things you will do for your child ordinarily if they are living in your house. Please, if you can afford it, my sister, my brother, do it for that child. If they want something you can afford, do it for them. If you need to take them out and you can afford it, do it for them. The same way you will treat them when they are in your house. If you and their mother were living together, still treat them that way, even though they are in two different homes. For my brothers, I'm begging you, please take care of your children. You brought these children into this world. Whether you were high, or you were drunk, or you were upside down, or you were hanging from the chandelier, you made those babies. They are your responsibilities. You brought them into this world, and you should also take care of them. And for my sisters, when you get this money, use this money for what it is intended for. That money is not for you to go put eyelashes. That money is not for you to go pierce 15 ears. If it's 15 holes on your ear. That money is not for you. That money is for your child's upkeep. If you think you don't need it, open an account in your child's name and put it there. Because I've seen there's this sister that spoke to me, I think 2 days ago. She told me that her daughter, who is 8 years old, is very rich. I said, what do you mean she's very rich? She said, my daughter has a lot of money because her father pays child support of $750 every month. And the girl is 8 years old. She said, from the first day that man started paying that money, I put it in an account for her. I don't need it. I can pay my bills. I can take care of myself. I don't need it. So I save it for her. Any day she turns 21, I'm going to give it to her. Or when she gets into college, it might be instead of her going to get student loan, she will use it to pay for her college. And I was like, whoa, bravo, my sister. That was a smart idea. My sisters, you don't have to finish the money. You don't have to use less the money. You don't have to spend the money like you're crazy. Oh, because I'm getting it, I'm going to spend it. No, that's your child's money. If you don't need it, open an account in her name and just throw it in there. When she gets into college, she can use it for tuition. She can use it all. When she finishes 21 years, she graduates from college, hand it over to her and say, honey, this is your money your father gave you. Start your life with it. My sisters and my brothers, number two, let us stop using our children as weapons. Our children are blessings. They are not weapon of destruction. Oh, if he's nice to me, he will see his child. If he's not nice to me, I take the child back. If he says something good to me, he will see his child. Once he pisses me off, he will not see the child. My sister, who are you deceiving? You are not hurting when two elephants fight. Who gets hurt? The grass. You are hurting your child. You are not hurting him. You are not hurting her. You are hurting your child. Children, psychologically, emotionally, they are spent. At a young age, they are spent. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to please. What do I say to daddy to make daddy happy? What do I say to mommy to make mommy happy? What do I say to make sure that two of them don't get upset at me? And then the children, have talked to so many of them. They now start asking you. They are feeling like maybe it was their fault. They are unhappy. They see other children and say, is everybody with their parents, but I'm not? Maybe I'm a bad kid. A lot of things goes in there. My sister, my brother, if you can avoid it, avoid it. Keep your thing inside your pants. My sisters, close your legs. When you think you don't like the man, you know he's stingy. You can't stand him. He's not your type. He doesn't speak right. He doesn't talk right. He doesn't look right. My sister, stay away from him. Don't go have a baby for him. He will not change. My brothers, you don't like her. She is this. She is loudmouth. You don't like the way she speaks. You don't like the way she cannot keep a job. She is a bum. She is this. Keep your thing in your pants. Don't get her pregnant. She will not change. Now you are stuck with her and a child. Now, my brother, you are stuck with her and a child. My sister, you are stuck with him and a child. If we can avoid it, let's avoid it. But when things happen, maybe it was a loving marriage, it was a loving relationship before things went wrong and we separated, let us remember it's not about you, daddy. It's not about you, mommy. It's about the children. Let us remember that these are human beings that are growing and learning. They are watching you, daddy. They are watching you, mommy. What kind of a child do you want to give out there in the society? You want a child that is whole, that is healthy in every area. Let us be mindful what we say to these children around their parents, about their father or about their mothers. Let us be careful. If you need to fight, fight, but please leave these children alone. They didn't ask you to be here. You brought them here. They didn't ask you to bring them into this world. You made that decision and brought them here. And it is your responsibility to take care of them, not only financially, not about the child support. That's why I said the other side of child support. We are so busy with money, 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 money. We forget that emotions are involved. We forget that psychology is involved. We forget that these are human beings that are going to grow up and become mothers and fathers in future. What are we teaching them? We are teaching them this is how adults act. Oh, We get people pregnant and we don't want to take care of the children. Oh, we dodge our responsibilities. Oh, we call each other out of their names. Oh, we talk low to each other. We use derogatory words on each other. That's what happens when we sleep around. What are you teaching? Your children are watching. My brother, if you have not paid child support and you have been dodging child support, video is for you. After watching this video, I want you to go talk to that lady and tell her, hey, how do I start paying child support to take care of my child? Stop running away, my brother. Stop hiding. Most men are hiding because they don't want to pay child support. Have had this guy told me, oh, I didn't want to pay child support, so I quit my job so that I don't pay no child support. So now I'm not working, I'm working under the table, so nobody will know. Hey, yeah. Why would you do this to yourself? You have a good job, but you say that because if your wife goes for child support, they are going to make you pay a lot of money. You quit your job, brought yourself low. Now you are working little jobs according to him, under the table where they pay him, so that even if the child woman take him to child support, his child support might be maybe 100 or 200. Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? Are you deceiving her, or are you deceiving your children, or are you deceiving yourself? Who? I want you to take a minute and think about it. Who is deceiving who? Are you deceiving yourself, or are you deceiving her by lying that you're making only less money, so you're giving only 200, or are you deceiving your child? Remember, when you don't make that money and you don't give that money to her, she is more frustrated. And guess what? Who does she take it out on your child? If you are a woman and you're the one paying the child support and you go quit your job, you don't want to pay, who do you think when he gets mad, he takes it out on? Your child. So you see, when I say when two elephants fight, the grass gets hot, you are up here fighting, trying to make sure I can stand him, I can stand her, I can stand him. We don't care who stands who. What we care about is the child. If you can't stand him, that's okay, sister. Brother, you can't stand her, beautiful. I don't care about that. What I care about is the children. What kind of children are we producing? Are we giving them adequate love? Are we taking care of them? Are we showing them? And I want to say this before I conclude. I have seen a place where, because these children are in two families, you have to watch out. They become very manipulative. They want to say things and do things to always have their way because they feel daddy is feeling guilty. He was not here when I grew up. Mommy is feeling guilty. She's separated. So I get to do what I want. That's what I say about manipulation. I get to say and do whatever. Remember, he or she is still your child. If you need to correct, you correct in love. If you need to admonish, you admonish in love. If you need to say, when you need to say no, no. When you need to say yes, say yes. Because you're separated, because you're divorced, because that relationship broke up, does not mean that your daughter or your son gets yes in everything. No, that's not the way to raise a child. She will get yes, she will get no, she will get a maybe. Just like if you all were living together as a family, the same way you would treat him or her if you guys are living together as a family, that is also the same way you would treat her, even if he or she is living in the dad's place or living in the mom's place. My uniques, I've come to the end of this video. I really wanted to talk to you guys because after speaking to this my unique that called me yesterday and him crying and saying nobody talks about the other side of child support, the emotional trauma, the psychological trauma, not on the adults, not talking about the adults, on the children, that people don't understand. That one night of passion can lead to so many nights of frustration, anxiety, weeping and crying for your child. That one night of being high and sleeping with anybody you see can lead to frustration, anger, emotional problem, depression for your child. That one night of being drunk and just sleeping with whatever you see, this is what it causes. Remember, before you do anything, my brother, zip it up. My sister, keep it close. If you're going to do whatever you want to do, you see why the Bible says for you to wait until you're married. And that doesn't mean that if you're married, people don't separate. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying most of the time, you hear young men. The guy that spoke to me yesterday, he said, "Oh, I had my daughter when I was 24. Even before I had this, my daughter that is 4 years old now, I cannot stand the mom. We were not friends. We used to work together. Everything that comes out from her mouth, I can't stand. She doesn't like me. I don't like her. But that day we were at the company party. We were drinking. I was drunk. By the time I knew it, we ended up sleeping together. And she told me 6 weeks after she was pregnant. And that's how she gave birth to my daughter. I still can't stand her. That's what he told me yesterday. I still can't stand her, but I love my daughter. I say, but you see, the problem is you love your daughter. But yesterday, when you went to drop your daughter and had her cry, saying, I miss you, daddy, but I know I have to go with mommy because I also miss mommy. Why can't we all be under the same roof? And he said he broke his heart. One night of company party that I was drunk, and I have this beautiful, beautiful princess. And look at single-handedly, my actions is hurting her. What I'm doing is hurting my baby, and there is nothing I can do about it because I still can't stand the mom. I started laughing. I said, you see? So I told him I was going to talk about this today on this video. So, guys, please, 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 this is my last plea. Child support is for the maintenance and the upkeep of your child. It's not for the woman, it's not for the man. So, please pay your child support. Be a responsible man and pay your child support. Be a responsible woman if you are the one and pay your child support. Remember, your child is the blessing that came out of this, and your child has to be taken care of. You brought that child into this world, and it is your responsibility to take care of her. Child support is for your child. And mothers and fathers, let us stop this fighting and find a way to come together. Be cordial with each other, not for you or for him or for your sister or for your family, just for the sake of that beautiful bundle of joy that you both brought into this world. Remember to give us a thumbs up, share the video, and please subscribe to the channel. I want you to go to the comment section and share your thoughts. What do you think about child support? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think, oh no, the women are spending it or the men are spending it? Do you think, what is your suggestion? Please go to the comment section and let's talk all about it, okay? Let's keep it popping. Remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. That is why you are unique. Be kind to yourself and to each other. I love, 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 love you guys. Mwah! Bye bye.